Have you ever seen the meme going around online of the city dumpster floating down a flooded street and the dumpster is on fire? Yeah, I love that one. That is what comes to mind every time I hear someone saying it's time for spring cleaning, and I think about all of the absolute dumpster fire that has occurred over the past 12 months or so. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. So, this time of year, the universal energy is getting rid of what no longer serves us, cleaning out the trash in our lives, getting rid of the garbage. But what tends to happen, as we start diving into this spring cleaning with a vengeance, is that one problem ends up replacing another. As soon as you get rid of one challenge, maybe it's pain, maybe it's the quarantine 15, though I know it's probably more than that. I'm just trying to be kind. Yeah, we're trying to reduce some pounds and release that, or get rid of the stress in our lives, or the stressors in our lives, some of which have names. And it seems like as soon as you take it out to the curb, figuratively or literally, something else fills its place, and we're just replacing one problem with another. Why is it that it just seems like it's never enough? And how can you finally release that garbage for good and keep it gone in a way that serves you and helps you live your life even better? If you're new to my world, welcome. I'm Dr. Vicky, general chiropractor for people as well as pets. I'm a mind-body coach and a Reiki healer. I'm here to help you be your very best. Everything in the universe seeks fuller expression of its true self. It happens in animals. We see it in our gardens. We see it with the weeds. We see it in everything trying to reach fuller expression of what it really, truly wants to be at its very best. We're supposed to be doing the same thing, and I'm here to help you do that. So this month's whole series is going to be on spring cleaning, on taking out the trash that's in your life in a way that helps you move forward and reach a fuller expression of who you really are. This series is going to be for you if you are ready to reach those greater heights of success in your life in ways that actually last with a whole lot less effort. Now, it's also for you if you're willing to put in the effort, because it does take work. It's not something where you want to be putting your power into someone else's hands to do the work for you, because then the success is theirs. It's not yours. You never own it. You might rent it a little bit, but it's not really yours, which means it won't really last. So this is for the folks who are willing to put in the work, but are looking for ways to put in the work in wise ways, so that while it does take effort, it takes less effort, because you're not just doing, you're not just paddling like crazy under the water and barely getting anywhere. You're getting so far with one action, two actions, another action that builds on that. Small tweaks to reach those big, big peaks. And if you're ready to trade that life of just solving one problem after another and trade it in for actually designing a life, because you can't do both at the same time. So many of us are stuck for just solving one problem. As soon as that problem's solved, well, now we got another problem to solve. Something always takes its place. Designing a life is so much better, so different, where you actually get to be in control. You get to choose where it is you're going and how it is that you want to get there. This series is not going to be for you if you are just looking for a one and done solution, for a quick fix. Like I said, the universe seeks fuller expression always and at all times. Humans are supposed to be doing the same thing. The rose bush in your yard does not put out one bloom and go, oh, I guess I'm done. No, we know the weeds certainly don't. The roses don't either. The animals don't go, well, I I had one offspring. I guess I'm done. Unless it's a creature that's all that their lifespan allows. But they're gonna keep going on to reach fuller expression of themselves. They're not going to build one nest and call it done. They're constantly going to be doing more so that they can get to the next level. We're always leveling up, because if we're not growing, we're decaying. Everything in life works that way. If you are not moving up, you are moving down. There is no stationary. And if you think you're stationary and you're staying in one spot, you're really not. You're moving backwards. So this is not for you if you just want a quick fix. You just want to do one step and never do anything again, and think that life's going to go perfectly with just doing that one thing and never doing anything again. I'm going to tell you right now, this series isn't going to work for you if that's how you want to operate your life. That's cool. Go ahead and unsubscribe now, because I don't want to waste your time. For those of you who are still with me and who do want to design that life of you at your best and constantly growing and constantly getting better and living life at your absolute peak, let's dive in. Why is it that taking out the trash in your life just never seems like enough? It's because the universe and our subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind runs over 90% of our habits and patterns, and everything we do is run by our subconscious mind, by that little voice in the back of our heads. The universe and the subconscious will not tolerate a void. As soon as you take something out, it's gonna fill the hole with something. If you dig a hole in your garden, it's not going to stay empty for long before more dirt caves into it, or it's going to get filled with water from the rain, or it's going to get filled with critters making a little home in there. The universe will not tolerate a void. The mind will not tolerate a void in your life. If you take out something that is not working and you do not choose its replacement will be chosen for you. So many folks, we hear this all the time with people trying to quit smoking. They take the cigarettes out of their life and they end up invariably filling that void with something else. A lot of times it's food, or packing on the pounds, or some other unhealthy habit fills the void. Something's always going to fill the void. What happens with a lot of us when we're taking out something, some aspect of our lives that is no longer serving us, is if it doesn't get filled with some new problem to solve, it gets filled with the old problem again and again and again, because it's familiar. What we used to call the comfort zone, it's not really anything comfortable about being stuck and struggling and constantly solving the same problem over and over again. It's more accurate to call it the familiar zone, because your subconscious mind understands what it has experienced in the past and what it is experiencing now. It has no concept of future or things that it has not experienced yet. All it can do is compare what your conscious mind is giving it to what it has experienced already. That's it. And anything it hasn't experienced yet, it thinks is dangerous, because what you've experienced hasn't killed you yet. What you haven't experienced might, and its entire job is just to keep you surviving, not thriving. So if you take something out that it used to experience and you're not giving it a new objective to move towards, it's going to go back to what's familiar, because it didn't kill it yet. And it doesn't care if it was unhealthy. It doesn't care if it was causing you all sorts of problems and stress and struggle. It's familiar. So it'll go back to it. This happens so often. A lot of folks this time of year, the weather's nice, finally. We've all been stuck inside for a year. Again, that quarantine 15, which in a lot of cases is a lot more than that. We've had a lot of decreased activity. We've been very inactive for most of us over the past year. That leads to increase in pounds. Now we want to start getting active, start releasing those pounds that we no longer want to be carrying around. We go out and we increase the activity, but the extra pounds carry their own problem of now we're increasing our activity, but it hurts because we're carrying around more weight on our joints. And our joints have gone an entire year without doing that. We've gone a whole year sitting on our couches and sitting at our terrible kitchen table work from home setups that are very not ergonomic as I look around at my own. I know because I'm there as I gaze into my kitchen. We haven't been moving, and now we're asking our bodies to move with a whole lot more poundage on it than it's used to, and we end up with pain or worse, injury, and that puts us right back to being inactive again and keeping all those pounds that we were trying to get rid of. See this happen so often. So what do you need to do to really take out the garbage in your life, whether that's physical, mental, emotional, an actual tangible thing that you can pick up and release, or something a little more intangible like releasing the pain that you have been putting up with for way too dang long, releasing the feeling of physical restriction or the feeling of restriction in your life of not being able to do what it is that you want to do and not being able to go out and enjoy the things that you used to enjoy or you want to enjoy. How do we get rid of the trash in a way that helps us actually keep it gone so that it doesn't come back in the door and moves us forward into designing that life that we really want to be living instead? What you need to do is right now, no matter where you are on that taking out the trash journey, right now, choose its replacement. If you are creating a void, if you are getting rid of something, you have to choose its replacement or the universe will choose for you. Some other circumstance out of your control will choose for you. And chances are it's not going to be what you want. It's kind of like the never-ending story of the laundry or the dishes. As soon as you clear out the sink's full again. As soon as you empty the laundry hamper, something's going back in it again. As soon as you clear out the one cubby in the bookcase, your mind can't tolerate that void. Something's got to go in there. Same thing happens in your life. If you choose the replacement of what goes in the cubby, you're going to be a whole lot happier with what ends up being in the cubby because chances are it's going to be what you wanted. If you don't choose and you just have an empty cubby, it's going to get filled with all the junk. And now you're going to have the 14th junk drawer, only now it's a cubby. We all have junk drawers, right? At least one. If you only have one, you're doing good. We have to choose the replacement of what we're releasing. If you want to release pain that has been holding you back, maybe you want to choose to replace it with feelings of fulfillment, of getting to do what it is that you want and need to do that the pain has been holding you back from. If you want to release the stress and the struggle, maybe you want to replace that with feelings of joy and ease. If you've been feeling stuck, maybe you want to replace it with feeling like you're making progress, like you're moving towards the joy that you really desire in your life. You gotta choose its replacement. What are you getting rid of? But what are you gonna replace it with? That is how you start to design your life instead of letting whatever happens happen. You gotta start making those choices. What are you getting rid of? And what are you choosing as its replacement? If this makes sense to you, but you feel like you need a hand figuring out how to design your life, how to get from where you are right now to where it is that you really want to be. You got those 2 points. You know you're here, and maybe, I'm in the Midwest, let's say, you know you're in the Midwest, and you know you want to go to Disney World, and you're not quite sure what the best way is to get there. But you got those 2 pieces. Some people don't know where they are. Some people don't set that clear boundary of choosing the replacement and deciding where it is that they want to go. You have those 2 points already. If you didn't, you wouldn't still be listening to me. I'm here to help you figure out how to bridge the gap, how to get from where you are to where you really want to be. Faster, easier, and with less effort so you can get on to enjoying your life. Let's not just design it, let's go out and live it and enjoy it. If that makes sense to you, reach out to me for a no-charge strategy session. We're gonna get on the phone, or we can do a video call if you'd rather. You don't have to leave your house. I'm trying to make this as easy as I can for you. But let's have a no-charge strategy session phone call where you're gonna tell me about where it is that you are right now, what it is that you're going through, what challenges you're having. Tell me where it is that you want to go. What is the life that you really want to design? It's just like designing a house or designing a wardrobe. What is it that you really want to experience? And you'll leave the call with your next step of how we can start to get you there. What's the next step on that journey? And it might not be with me. This is not going to be a bitch-a-palooza. Goodness knows there's too many of those. I'm here to help you. And whatever that next step happens to be, whether that's with me or with someone else, I'll let you know. So if you're ready to reach out for that no-charge strategy session call, let me know. Give me a phone call and leave me a voicemail. Or you can send me a text message at my personal line. This is my direct line. It goes straight to me. There's no middle people. You need to be working one-on-one with somebody who's going to help you, not a gatekeeper. So reach out to me. Leave me a voicemail or a text message saying that you want a strategy session. My number is 636-751-3150. Or if it's easier, you can shoot me an email. My email is dr.vicky, VICKY, at completewellnesscc.com. All of that should be in the banner right there. What are you wanting to get rid of? What is absolute dumpster fire garbage you want to see floating down the road, never to be seen again? And what are you going to replace it with? Because the universe and your very powerful subconscious mind will not tolerate a void. You have to choose its replacement. Otherwise, you're just going to end up with another dumpster fire. Let's get rid of the garbage for good and start designing the life of your dreams. Until next time, I look forward to hearing from you and where it is that you really want to go. Bye now.